Luca heard a group of footsteps approaching. He dashed behind the bushes to avoid being spotted. Mr. Toliver paused, shifting his eyes to one side. Mr. Toliver took one long, quiet breath. The three shared a determined look.
I forgot to unmute. I'm sorry, guys. Welcome back to Beacon Pines. So dumb of me to do that. Alright, let's try that again. Solomon. What's Solomon up to? Alright, so something's going on with Gran, Mrs. Fratelli, and Mr. Toliver. And Dawn is also investigating it as well. We're on our way to save Rollo. Hey, guys. I did it. I changed the sign. Splendid. Did anyone see you? I don't believe so. You were right. It was simple enough to just rearrange the letters. Odd choice for a prank, though. Thank you, Mimi C. Thank you. In situations such as these, odd is good.
The two boys shared a mischievous grin.
I can't wait for everyone to see the big reveal. It should be quite memorable. Let's make ourselves scarce for now. What do they do? I can't interact with that. Is there anything else around here I can interact with? Old Pickler's Pond, right. Which is where I'm going to go, because I was actually going in the wrong direction. Okay. Off I go. Yeah, I can use this now, I believe. Yep, so I got the boot and the duck.
Luca placed a sinker on the line. Sometimes the best stuff is at the bottom of the pond.
Okay. So let's try this. I don't know how many things I'm supposed to get. A bottle and a note. Malice 80 proof whiskey. A hard liquor for a hard man. Best leave that be. Takes a real piece of work to leave something like that lying around. Yikes. Alright, so there's one. Maybe there's 6. I don't know. Oops. Push control. That's right, okay. Okay, so let's go up here. Yeah, we gotta use this. Hook up the walkie-talkie to the radio in the treehouse, right. Rollo! Rollo, are you there? I'm at the treehouse now, Rollo. Mr. Care said you were alright. What happened out there? I don't like that zooming in. Dang it, Rollo, where are you? Okay. What? Who's there?
Luca could only see a cloaked shape behind the rocket.
Who is in there? I've got weapons in here, so you better come out right now.
He strained to hear as a muffled voice began.
Weapons? How could you hurt something that's already dead?
Fear gripped Luca's throat.
I think it's the new friend back. Who are you? What? You don't recognize me? I guess I don't even recognize myself anymore.
Luca stared at the ground for a moment,
No!
trying to place
Oh my
the
god, it's the
voice.
guy! It's Iggy! It's Iggy! He got messed up because he fell into the ooze.
The figure shifted slowly from behind the rocket, revealing itself to Luca.
I'm a monster. And now they hunt me like the beast I am. Iggy!
Luca reached over empathetically. Iggy's tone jolted to dejected anger.
Don't touch me! This is all your fault.
Luca slumped to the ground, overwhelmed by guilt.
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to. I lost control. So you couldn't control yourself for a second. And I get to be like this forever? To be fair, you were being a bully. There must be a way to fix this. Oh, you gonna be my savior? Perfect little Luca saves the day. With his positive attitude and the power of friendship. None of this matters. There's no time. They're after me. They chased me all the way through they chased me all through Weepwood. I only came in here to hide. Hide from who? Who's after you? Luca! Luca! Rollo? It's not safe, Luca! Rollo, where are you? The treehouse! I'm at the treehouse, Rollo. Where are you? No, Luca, the treehouse isn't safe. They said they were going to the treehouse. I was trying to tell you to stay away from the treehouse. Who said they're going to the treehouse? The clipboards. What'd I tell ya? Those perennial harvest wackadoos are after me. They've been chasing me, yelling questions at me. What sort of questions? They were saying the same stuff they always do. But it's different now. Less asking, more threatening. We're gonna figure this out, Iggy. Yeah, well, thanks. Hello? Is anyone present in this arboreal domicile? Crap, they found me. Luca, what's happening? Don't panic. You stay here and I'll see what they want. Oh, I didn't know there was an outdoors. Oh my god, why is there a ton of them? Hello, Mr. Van Horn. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Do you have any time for an informal chat? We will be brief. Your time is valuable to us. Be down just a second. Of course. We have a problem. Luca, you gotta get out of there. Who's out there? Is it them? Yeah, it's the clipboards. Bunch of them. How many? Maybe all of them? And yeah, you were right. They're saying the same stuff, but with the creepy knob cranked to 10. My young Iggy be present. We would love to hear his thoughts. Run!
He slumped to his knees.
I don't know what to do. I'm just so tired. Luca, what do we do?
Luca grabbed the walkie-talkie and headed for the window.
Follow my lead.
Luca and Iggy Buggy climbed up the back of the treehouse to its roof, where Rollo had constructed his MCDC, the Mission Control Defense Cannon.
Okay.
From behind the crowd of clipboards, William Kerr strode forward, a warm smile on his face.
Hyena dude. Iggy, there you are. You gave us all a heck of a scare. Go away. Just leave me alone. Oh, so I'm sorry, Iggy, but no can do. Don't worry, though. We're here to help. Help? Then why were you chasing me? Luca, can you talk some sense into your pal here? Just look at him. He's not well. What's wrong with him? What did that gunk do to him? Well, that's a pretty honking big question, Luca. All you need to know is that he's sick. He's real sick, Luca. I just need you to let us up there and take care of him. He told me Rollo was okay, that he was back at his place resting. He is! Poor fellow just got a little lost. That's a lie. That is a hurtful thing to say, Luca. I thought we were buddies. Why? Because he lets you ramble on like a wackadoo? Nobody likes you, you creep.
Kerr's smile faltered.
Oh. Why don't you pop on down here so we can have a face-to-face? Yelling like this is going to give us all a heck of a sore throat. And who wants that?
His grip tightened on the MCDC.
What did you do to Rollo, you liar? Well, shucks, Luca. The only tea-tie fib I told you was that he was at home. He is resting, and he is perfectly safe. For now, at least. What happens to him next is up to you, Luca. Look around. You're in quite the pickle, and I am the only person in the whole wide world who can help you. You get to decide how this ends. Oh, God.
Luca's mind raced. He was caught in a trap. What do you do when there's no hope? He wiped his cheeks with a sleeve. What are you gonna do, Luca?
Fight. That's all I got.
Luca drew himself up and decided to take the only option they had left. Fight. He swung the Mission Control Defense Cannon around, aiming it confidently at the smirking face of William Kerr.
Sound like a plunger at the end? Hey, Mr. Kerr.
Luca summoned his most insolent demeanor.
Rollo sends his regards. Oh, God. Hey! That was uncalled for, more than a little rude. And just plain unsanitary. Luca, I really did think we were good pals. What a shame that's come to this.
Kerr turned his back on the two boys.
And this...
With a nonchalant wave of the hand, he made his exit.
Okay.
As the clipboards began to slowly advance on the treehouse, Luca looked to Iggy with resignation in his eyes. The end.
Oh, man, are you serious? Okay.
Escalated quickly. Maybe discretion was the better part of valor here. Let's put a pin in this for now.
Right. Okay, so did that. Okay, I haven't done that. I did everything else. Okay. So Warehouse of Horrors, I need to do the struggle option. Struggle. Here we go.
This is a story about struggle. Luca could hear a machine humming somewhere nearby. He felt around wildly, searching for something, anything that could help. His hands found a hard object, maybe a tile. He yanked it free, lifting the cold stone. Let me go! Luca swung the tile as hard as he could at the shape that still held fast to his leg. He heard the crack of glass as the stone hit the assailant's mask. With a muffled yelp, the hand let go. Luca was free and scrambled to the door. He never looked back once on the long run home. Chapter 3. Everything's fine. The next morning, it was quieter than usual at the breakfast table. Only the sound of silverware and chewing interrupted the awkward silence.
I finished jarring a mess of jam last night. So that I'll need to get delivered into town today. Okay. So what did you and Rollo get up to yesterday? Oh, Rollo had things to do, so I just sort of poked around town. I've set the jam down by the front door. There's 2 batches to drop off. One for Mr. Toliver at the Bag and Wag. Deliver jam to Mr. Toliver. Another for Miss Fratelli at the diner. And deliver jam to Miss Fratelli. Oh, and Mr. Nuncreed. He said he wants more. I suspected as much. Yes, he seems to have taken a particular interest in my jam. There's some extras in the basket for that enthusiastic gentleman. Mr. Nuncreed. I agree with Deep Blue on this one from the last stream. Nuncreed definitely has to be the guy in the hazmat. Just make sure Fratelli and Toliver get the ones on top. No problem. Off with you now, while the day is still young. Okay. Hello, it's Juniper Hartford. Before you hang up, just hear me out. I have a business proposition. The simple matter is we both have the same problem that needs solving. Very well, we can meet tonight. Okay, this is so cute. Rolo! Okay, sorry about yesterday. Roxy can be so annoying. But good news, no more born chores for me today. Did you make it to the old Valentine warehouse? So, what did you find? Give me the dirt. Something happened. There was someone else there. What? Who was it? Was it aliens? I knew it would be aliens. No. Zombies. No. Alien zombies. What else could it possibly be? Rolo, I've got to deliver these into town first. We can catch up after. Ooh, is it a whole thing? It sounds like a whole thing. Yeah, we should talk about it here. Meet me at the treehouse tonight. I'm not sure what this treehouse is that you speak of. Meet me at Mission Control. Roger that, Space Cadet. So cute. Oh, I love this music. Yeah, I already checked out the sign. Okay. So, whoa. Okay, I'm caught. Mr. Wilder, I trust you have time to chat?
Doris Valentine, oldest of Sharper Valentine's children, and heir to the Valentine fortune.
Okay, yeah, that's right. She was Solomon's sister.
Had a way of making questions seem like demands.
Certainly. What seems to be the problem?
Mr. Wilder had learned to assume that if he was hearing from Eris, it was because she had taken issue with something he had put in the paper.
I couldn't help but notice that the front page of this morning's paper was consumed with stories about the silly festival. Well, yes, that is the news of the day. But there was no mention of the museum, nor the foundation through which it was endowed. I'm sorry, Miss Valentine. My readers are more interested in this town's future, rather than any one family in particular. There was a time, Mr. Wilder, when the goings-on of my family was the only thing this town cared about. Well, things changed, ma'am. And you know, change is dangerous. If you finish that thought, I'll make that monocle a permanent fixture of your anatomy. My apologies. Good day, Miss Valentine. Did I give you the impression this conversation was finished?
Mr. Wilder averted his gaze and began to polish his monocle.
Well, good day, Mr. Wilder. Hey! Okay, can't talk to you. Anger from the past, mistakes not yet made, and a glimmering hope for the future. He carried them all in equal parts everywhere he went. Oh heavens, what a burden to bear! I wonder if she's talking about me, honestly. Hey guys, can I talk? No? Okay. Oh, I love this ragtime. Alright, so first off, there she is. Well, if it isn't my favorite little jam runner. Hey, Mrs. Fratelli. Look at you.
Forward and pinched Luca's cheek.
You're all skin and bones. Is your gran not feeding you? She is, it's just... I understand. You know, I taught your mama how to cook back in the day. You may not even remember, but you and her used to help out in the diner. See that picture over there? That's you helping your mama back in the day. So cute, running around your little apron taking orders. The whole situation just breaks my heart. What happened with Eleanor? Break. Ooh. I've got a feeling she's out there somewhere, yearning to be with you again. Few things in this world can keep a mother from her son.
Luca shifted the basket uncomfortably.
Oh yes, let's see
Mrs.
here.
Fratelli lifted the cloth and inspected the jam.
Ah, they even have my name on them. How thoughtful.
She carefully lifted out her jars of jam.
You tell your grand hello for me, Luca. Will do. Alright, so got one for Mrs. Fratelli. Hey, buddy. If I could just be left alone, young Mr. Van Horn. Oh, sure. Sorry to bother you. It's just that Mr. Kerr has asked me to make the opening speech at the festival. Being mayor and all, you might expect me to be a charismatic speaker. The truth is, I'm terribly nervous. I don't think I'm cut out for this sort of thing. Cut out for being mayor or for public speaking? Both, I suppose. I never really chose any of this. It's more of a duty to my family. For our legacy. That sounds like a heavy burden. As for the festival, just speak from your heart. I'm sure it'll be great. Aw. Anything I can mess around with? Doesn't look like it. Alright. Off I go then. I need to figure out where the other guy is. Is it in here? You know, I never went down. Is it down? Is he down? Ah, yeah, there he is. I didn't know there was like a whole section over here.
Huddled at his counter, Hiram Toliver was meticulously shining apples. More accurately, Hiram Toliver was meticulously shining one apple.
Hello?
With a yelp, Mr. Toliver fumbled the apple, flailing at the air as it fell.
Oh, sorry. No bother, no bother.
He leaned forward and lowered his voice.
So you have something for me? Yeah, Grant had some jam I'm supposed to give
He
you.
leaned in a bit further.
Jam? Yeah, these ones on top. She wrote your name
Mr.
on them.
Toliver leaned back, speaking loud enough for anyone to hear.
Ah, yes! The jam! Thank you so much for delivering this jam to me.
He reached forward and snapped up the jars of jam, giving Luca a little wink.
I shall put it on my store shelves post-haste. Okay, I should finish my deliveries. Of course. Of course.
He leaned in for a final whisper.
Of course. He is acting a little weird. Achievement unlocked melon kicker. Oh my god. Buds and bulbs. There's a history museum. How do you keep ice cream cold? We keep them on ice. Where do you get the ice from? I don't know, somewhere cold. How do they keep somewhere cold? Look, Bert. Do you want some ice cream or not? No, I'm good. Typical kid asking all kinds of questions. Okay.
We all know Beacon Pines is a great town. What you may not know is great towns grow from mighty roots. And that is why you cannot tell the story of Beacon Pines without telling the story of one Shopper Valentine. Young Shopper's keen intellect and strong moral fiber led to a grand vision. A vision of a community dedicated to a better tomorrow. In his own words, a better tomorrow is within our grasp, but it requires a singular mind to harness it. Lucky for us, he decided to grow that vision here, in Beacon Pines. And how does one grow a better tomorrow? With fertilizer, of course. Valentine's Fertilizer Company became the lifeblood of a town yearning for purpose. But then tragedy struck, a scientific experiment gone wrong. An accident which took Shopper away from us far too soon. To this day, we struggle to pick up the pieces. But one foul harvest isn't enough to stop the people of Beacon Pines. The spirit of Shopper Valentine lives on. It lives in the hearts of everyone with a dream for a better tomorrow. Together, we will follow
That was unhelpful. Okay, well, all right. So was it a science? It was an experiment that had gone wrong. So I'm thinking they're trying to make that like some sort of super fertilizer. It's screwing everything up. Excuse me. There's Nuncreed. Got some jam for you, Mr. Nuncreed. Luca, you seem chipper. Well, aside from being on delivery duty, it's a nice day.
Mr. Nuncreed eyed Luca for a moment, then nodded in agreement.
I suppose it is. So, do you want your jam? Oh, right. Usually Jennifer drops those off herself. I guess she's busy today. Anyway, this is my last delivery for the day. Oh, in that case...
Nuncreed snatched the basket from Luca.
I'll hold on to the basket until the next time I see your gran. Creep. Oh, there's Beck. Hey, you! Anchovies or pineapple? What? Don't think. Just answer. Pineapple? Why? How old are you? 12? Perfect, follow me. Who are you? Anyone ever tell you ask too many questions? Just try to keep up, okay? You're the one asking the questions. What just happened? Well, oh, that's right. I haven't met her yet. Hey, what a crazy coincidence. Here's my new friend I was just telling you about. Oh, that's wonderful. Yep, we just hit it off. Oh, really? Get this, his favorite pizza topping in the whole world is pineapple. Oh, and what's your new little friend's name?
Beck locked eyes with Luca. The look on her face was equal parts expectant and desperate.
Luca Van Horn. Nice to meet you. I'm Nellie, and this is Ilona? Ilona? We're Beck's parents.
Beck gave Luca a quick nudge.
Oh yeah, Beck told me all about you. Already feels like we've known each other for years. So you both can stop obsessing about me making friends. Oh, darling, we never doubted you. It's just that for children with fewer than 5 close friends, the probability of a stunted development doubles. Well, 1 down, 4 to go, I guess. What Nellie means is that we just want this move to be as easy on you as possible. Sorry, I thought my cat was over there. You can relax. A friend has been friended. This calls for a celebration. Luca, you must join us for dinner tonight. Dinner? Wow, another coincidence! I actually already asked him and he said he would love to. It's just... wonderful. In that case, we should pick up some groceries. You two don't get into too much trouble now. Hi, kitty. Wow, I can't believe that worked. Thanks a ton. You're welcome. I owe you one. My moms are great and all, but they can be a bit much sometimes. Our house is a little cottage next to that big mansion place. Wait, you live on the Valentine estate? Yeah, that's the spot. Meet me by their big creepy gate. Don't be late, or I'm back to square one on this whole friend grift. Great, see you there. Big creepy gate? Okay, I'm trying to remember where that is. Whoa, who are you? Oh, that's Joff. That's Joff. Good morning, Joff. What's so good about it? Any day further down the tubes, you ask me. Come on now, it's not all bad. The festival's coming up. Festival. Old man Valentine used to put on cockamamie shindigs all the time. And where'd that get us? Well, it's perennial harvest putting on this one. And they're doing it for the whole town. As far as I can see it. The difference between the old Valentine company and this new perennial harvest outfit
dug through his pockets for a bit.
Is the difference between this empty soup can and this brown banana. Well, those are both garbage. Exactly. I like the cranky old man. Alright, so I'm guessing it's this way? Yep. Okay. So who all lives in that house? Eris and Gus Valentine grew up there, and Solomon moved in a few years back. The creepy little kid in the vest? It sounds like the one. So just 3 people live in that huge thing. bet a bunch of shady stuff happens all the time in a place like that. Not really. The Valentines pretty much keep to themselves. So it's empty and boring? Pretty much. What a waste. My mom says that it used to be way busier back before Sharper died. Before the fowl harvest. Okay, that's like the 5th time someone mentioned this fowl harvest thing. And you all use that same ominous tone. Eventually you're going to explain to me how that harvest got all fouled up. But we can't keep my parents waiting anymore. This way. Huh? Most kids would have just ditched me by this point. Why are you still here? You look like you could use some help. You know what, Luca? You're not so bad. Let's get through this as simply as possible. Just eat, smile, and nod. Fun. Great, whatever you do, don't bring up their work. I think I can handle that.
Took a long breath, then gave a firm nod.
Here goes nothing. Okay.
Chapter 4. Dinner with the Moodwills.
Moodwills.
Ilona Moodwill was worried about change. A gardener at heart, she understood the necessity of change. Relied on it, even. But there was a difference between the controlled world of her plants and this cluttered cottage in a strange town. Almost done. Nellie was a blur of activity, digging through boxes. Sorry, love. Couldn't find the dishes. We'll have to make do with paper plates.
Hey, paper plates are great.
Dinner went by without much conversation. As she watched Beck and Luca finish up their pizza, Ilona let herself relax into the chair. The things she cared about were still here. Nellie finally had the job of her dreams. Beck was beginning to take root. Ilona's task was simply to tend to them. She could do that.
She nervous? So, Luca, tell us a bit about yourself. Where do you live? Oh, I live with my grandma. Over on the other side of the river. Your grandma? Where are your parents at? Beck. Manners. It's all right. My dad passed away in an accident at the fertilizer plant 6 years back. Oh dear. My mom's been missing for a few months now. Like missing?
Luca's eyes were fixed to his plate, pushing a chunk of pineapple around with his finger. Nellie was the one who eventually broke the silence.
Luca, how did you like the pizza? Oh, it was good. Very good. Normally we'd have to put more effort into dinner.
Ilona nervously gestured toward the boxes.
We aren't fully settled in, and Beck had mentioned that it's your favorite. I'm sorry, are we just skipping the part where he said his mom was missing? Beck! I'm sorry, Luca, this move has us all a little tired.
Luca wiped his face with his sleeve.
No, it's fine. So Beck said that you moved here for work?
Beck gave Luca a swift kick under the table.
Ow! I mean, what brought you to Beacon Pines? Oh, you were right the first time. We're here for work. Nellie won't tell you this, but she's a brilliant chemist. She's working at the plant! I don't know about brilliant, but I do love it. She's brilliant. Perennial Harvest just made her the newest lead researcher of deep engineering. Because the other deep engineering guy is dead! She makes it sound more impressive than it is. I'm just happy that I get to make a difference in the world. Perennial Harvest is at the forefront of evolving agriculture. It is something more useful than sprinkling water and excrement on the ground.
Luca glanced over to Beck. She seemed to be holding her breath.
Ah, okay, so I was right. They're making a new type of fertilizer. What Nellie means, Luca, is that there are different ways to grow plants. Yes, some people talk to their plants and hope for the best. And some people happily leave their job to allow a loved one to pursue their dream. You swore you didn't—
Slammed her fist into the table.
Oh, they're fighting.
Perhaps harder than she intended.
Hey, Luca! How about some dessert? I actually have to meet my friend Rolo
Luca
soon.
glanced outside to gauge the time. The sky was darker than he expected, filled with ominous clouds.
Looks like there's a storm brewing. I should get going. Oh, I didn't think there was any rain in the almanac. Yeah, almanacs aren't that useful around
Luca
here.
wiped his mouth one last time with his napkin and started to get up.
Thank you all for the pizza. It was really good. See you at the festival, Beck. Wait up. I'll walk you home. Ah.
Surprised, Luca turned around. He knew Rollo could be prickly around new people, but Beck seemed cool. Rollo would warm up to her eventually, probably.
Probably. How about break?
Luca began to respond, but the sky answered for him as the clouds above began to break, revealing patches of star-filled summer night. Moonlight filtered down, shimmering in the treetops.
It's been a while since I had a multi one. Sure, you can meet Rollo. You're not going home? No, I promised Rollo that I'd tell him about...
Luca stopped himself mid-sentence.
Promised him you'd tell him what? Spit it out, bub. We're thick as thieves now. If there's a juicy secret you've got to tell me. Okay. You can come to the treehouse and I'll tell you both what happened. Heck yeah!
Luca saw Beck skulking by the gate.
So you're telling me there's nothing mysterious or creepy about this place? It's mostly boring and empty. I refuse to believe that. Big spike gate, looming mansion, rich reclusive owners. It even smells shady.
Beck grabbed the wrought iron bars and shook the gate.
Mark my words, you decadent nightmare house. You will reveal your secrets to me! What did you do? First of all, I told you so. Second, hide. Hazmat suit. That's Eris Valentine. Who's she talking to? Shh. I expect you return that suit in working order. Of course. As long as everything proceeds as planned. There's nothing to worry about. The only thing I'm worried about is what's rightfully mine. If that means making some unsavory alliances, so be it. I couldn't agree more. There comes a time to suspend hostilities. I'll deal with our common threat. Now this is what I was talking
Beck's
about.
voice was an excited whisper.
Proper shady stuff. Someone in a suit like that tried to grab me yesterday. Seriously? Shh. You do understand then when this all inevitably fails. I will deny everything. I wouldn't expect any less of you. You just worry about your part in this, and let me handle the rest. I can't wait to see the look on that Rube Care's face. Yes, the truth will come to light. I'm still surprised you're so comfortable with the potential collateral damage. If there's one thing I learned, it's that change is painful. Wow, I was expecting shady. But that's just flat out supervillain talk. If you don't mind me asking, why? Why are you doing all of
The
this?
mysterious figure retracted their mask, hair pushing out from all corners.
It's the grandma! Family.
A chill ran down Luca's spine. His vision blurred. Beck stifled a sharp wince, and Luca looked down to see himself wrenching her hand.
It's his grandma? Are you serious? An answer I can certainly respect.
Gran tousled her hair back under the face mask.
Just remember, keep everything nice and normal until the festival. But wait, the other hazmat guy didn't have hair coming out the back. I don't need lessons in rousing suspicion.
Gran gave Eris a curt nod and disappeared into the night. Chapter 5. What big ears you have. Lucas sat shivering in the bushes, staring at his feet. After checking to make sure the coast was clear, Beck gave him a gentle tug on his sweater.
What's wrong? You look like you've seen a ghost. Why were you so scared of that old lady in the hazmat suit? That was my gran. That was your gran. Yeah. Okay, well, I'm sure there's a perfectly reasonable explanation for all of this. Let's just get to the treehouse and figure things out there. Lead the way. Alright, let's go see Rollo. Not that way. Oh. For the last time, there's nothing to worry about. Of course, we're not worried.
The clipboard finished writing with a scratchy flourish and looked up.
Just dotting our I's and crossing our T's. Well, maybe try minding your P's and Q's.
Mr. Nuncreed, arms crossed over his paunch, gave an exhausted sigh.
If there's anything you need knowing, you'll know it. Absolutely! If you just sign here acknowledging everything is accurate, we'll be out of your hair in a flash. Oh, for the love of...
He snatched the pad and scribbled his name so hard the pen nearly snapped.
There. And would you like my eternal soul as well?
The clipboards looked at each other for a moment, almost pondering the possibility, and broke into laughter as they walked away.
Ha 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 ha! Can I talk to him? Hi, Mr. Nuncreed. Luca, let me give you some advice. The next time someone you don't know asks to hear your thoughts, give him a good hard bop right in the kisser. Oh, Gran tells me to just keep away from the clipboards. That's good, that's good. Your Gran's a smart lady, Luca. Speaking of which, you better run along home now. Too dark out to be wandering on your own. Hey, I got Beck with me, okay? I'm not alone. Just want to see if anyone else was there. The answers you seek will be revealed to you in due time. The question is the figure intoned. Are you prepared to live with the truth? I swear, like, this alligator lady knows way more than she lets on here. Okay. Another day, another dollar. See you tomorrow, Z. Have you noticed how all the perennial harvest folks order the same drink? Decaf cappuccino with extra foam. Why? I don't know. Just thought it's a little odd. Pretty weird for sure. Well, the customer's always right. See you bright and early tomorrow. I can't wait.
William Kerr and Gus Valentine proudly surveyed the half-covered festival banner.
It's all coming together quite nicely. Could have done it without you.
The mayor gave a half-hearted shrug.
I'm not so sure about that. Nonsense! That reminds me, I wasn't able to thank your sister for her contributions. Yes, she has been indisposed of late. She doesn't much like me, does she? Oh no, that's not it at all. She's just busy. Of course. Regardless, I'll be forever grateful if you could pass on my thanks to her. The History Museum adds a real air of import to the whole affair. It could very well celebrate the story of Beacon Pines without including the Valentines. My father was a great man. You darn tune he was.
Kerr locked his arm on Gus's shoulder.
But I mean the entire Valentine family, present company included. Can I ask you something, Mr. Kerr? Call me William. Ask away. William, why are you doing all of this? Gosh, I never felt one needed a compelling reason to throw a party. Not just a festival. All of this. There's gotta be 100 down their luck towns out there. Why is Perennial Harvest so invested in helping Beacon Pines? You know what I love most about the agriculture business? Seeds. Seeds? Yep, little bundles of potential.
With a glimmer in his eye, Kerr gestured grandly toward the horizon.
You see a tree, you treat a seed right, nurture it, feed it, and it could grow into something truly special. You see potential here? Undoubtedly. The seed of greatness is already under our feet. All it needs is a little nudge. And the right leadership, of course. Oh. Good night, Mayor Valentine. And I can't interact with him more. Alright, off we go. Oh, this is nice. Yeah, the treehouse is just a little further on from here. So what's your buddy Rolo like? Rolo. Not particularly helpful. Sorry, I've just never thought about it. Lots of energy. He's funny even when he's not trying to be. Things have been tough for his family since the foul harvest. It's about damn time you tell me what this foul harvest thingy is. It's a kind of long story. Hit me with the highlights. Okay. There used to be a fertilizer company here called Valentine's. They were kind of a big deal. Ooh, big deal fertilizer. It was a big deal to us. Their stuff really worked, farmers loved it, so Valentine's grew and grew. Beacon Pines pretty much grew around it. Most everyone in town either worked for Sharper Valentine or used fertilizer. Things were good. I'm sensing a big but. Around 6 years ago, Sharper Valentine suddenly died, and something changed. Changed how? Could have been a bad batch. Maybe it was in the water or air or soil. Nobody knows. But all the crops died. And everyone blamed the Valentines. The foul harvest. Yeah. Valentine's fertilizer went out of business. Half the town lost their jobs. Sheesh. The next year the crops came back, but something was different. You plant a crop, do everything right, and it's sort of a crapshoot what happens. And no one knows why. Nope. I take it Rollo's farm got the short end of the stick. Yet, for some reason, their farm was hit harder than others. That sucks. Things have gotten better since Perennial Harvest came to town. The Beacon Pines Reborn Initiative? Yep, first thing they did was give the town a deep scrub. They even put us up in hotels, one town over for a week while they decontaminated the groundwater. We better get going. Alright, so some more stuff there. In regards to what happened during the foul harvest. It's about time! I was about to give up and go home. Who's the new kid? Name's Beck. He must be Rollo. I see my reputation precedes me. Welcome to Mission Control.
Waggled his head with pride.
You'll find we spare no expense in construction. I've seen worse looking piles of junk. Thanks! Hey Luca, you know the security concerns we talked about? Yeah? While I was waiting, I made some improvements. Let me lock this baby down for a little test infiltration. Can't be too safe these days. He's rolling the window. He goes all out, doesn't he? Always. Okay, I hit these. Got it. Cute. Where'd you guys get all this junk in the first place? There's a guy in town named Joff who trades us junk for snacks. Junk food for junk. Nice. So, pretty sweet security, right? It was imaginative, I'll give you that. Luca, are we sure we can trust the new recruit? I'll vouch for her. Thanks, I guess? Okay, Luca, you promised to fill me in about the Valentine warehouse.
Luca sucked in a long breath.
Get a drink real quick. Okay. Delicious. So like I said, there was someone there. What were they doing? I don't know, but the place was lit up and active. Maybe they were squatters? I don't think so. It seemed more organized. When the man pulled me in, I saw some sort of equipment running. A man pulled you in? Yeah, but I got away. You keep saying it was a man. They were wearing a mask, right? Yeah. Then it could have been a woman. How'd you get away? I grabbed a rock or something and broke their mask. They let go and I ran. Dang. That's intense. No wonder you freaked out when you saw your grandma. Yeah, that's the other part. On our way here, Beck and I saw Eris Valentine meeting with Grant, wearing the same sort of hazmat suit.
Rollo let out a low whistle.
And they weren't there for idle chit-chat. It was a proper clandestine meetup. So let me get this straight. There's an operation in full swing at the Valentine warehouse. You were almost abducted by a strange man or woman in a protective suit, and then you saw your Grant in the same suit talking to Eris Valentine. Pretty much. I'm beginning to think this town is kind of awesome.
Rollo and Luca shot back a look.
No offense. And so, we can logically conclude, aliens or alien zombies have infiltrated the town. and the leader is your gran, and she tried to murder you. First of all, and for the last time, there are no aliens. Second, it could have been my gran at the warehouse. I broke that person's mask to get away. The mask Gran was wearing wasn't damaged. But she's definitely hiding something. Maybe. Your Gran is weird, but she might be the most boring person in the universe. All she does is sit around all day making jam. What could she possibly have to hide? I don't know. We haven't talked much since she moved in. Moved in? Your Gran isn't from here? No, she came a few months back to take care of me after his mom went missing. Did you know your Gran before? Not really, no. It'd been years since I'd seen her. Luca, don't take this the wrong way, but are we sure your Gran is on the up and up?
Luca gazed out the window.
I'm just saying. It sounds like strange stuff has been happening since she showed up. We could say the same about your family, but you're right. Luca, your Gran is hiding something. And Pa always says folks only bury stuff worth digging up. We need to investigate your house. If my Gran really is hiding something, don't you think I would have noticed by now? That's kind of the whole point of hiding something. I guess you're right. Gran's been leaving the house for hours at a time this week. I'll call you two tomorrow when the coast is clear, and we can start getting to the bottom of this. I'm always game for a good snoop. You can count me in.
Chapter 6. Secret Lair.
Ooh.
Summer forged ahead, but the nights only seemed to grow colder. Luca walked home slowly under the pale starlight, cautious to avoid any more surprises lurking in the shadows. Reaching home, he slipped quietly into bed, half dreading what they might discover the next day.
What time is it? Let's go see then. I'm coming. Hey guys. Rollo, what on earth is that? That ridiculous thing on your head. Oh, this? It helps me think. You're gonna need a lot more of those. Joke all you want. We'll see who's laughing when I crack this case wide open. Coast is clear? Yep, whatever she's been up to this week, it's been keeping her busy most of the day. Very well. The game is afoot. Oh my
Luca
god.
and Beck rolled their eyes as Rollo strutted across the room.
If I were a Gran, where would I hide my deepest, darkest secrets? Perhaps where you might least expect it.
Rollo flung open the cabinet with confidence.
Aha!
He coughed as a veil of dust hit his face.
I think it's safe to assume anything that dusty isn't what we're looking for. Or maybe that's what she wants you to think. Then again, any good detective knows not to trust their first hunch. First hunches are for suckers. Eureka! She's lit a fire in order to burn the evidence. She keeps that fire going every day, Rollo. Drat, it may already be too late. Just think of the mounds of documents lost to ash. Okay. I'm gonna stop you right there. Can we just think for a moment? Luca, is there anywhere Gran doesn't want you to go? Yeah, the closet upstairs. So maybe it stands to reason that we should check there first? No dice, it's locked. Well, well, well. Look who stands to reason now. And I have no idea where the key is. If it really is important, then she probably keeps it with her. Anywhere else? She has her berry bushes. Who has ever thought, I'm gonna take this important thing and huck it in a bush? True. Anything else? Maybe something out of the ordinary? Well, she is always worried I'll break her fancy dishware in the kitchen. But it doesn't matter anyway, I can't reach the latch.
A look of realization crept onto Luca's face. All three kids snapped to glance at each other, then sprinted in turn toward the kitchen.
Yeah, there's a box up there, like a letterbox. Alright, Rollo. This is your time to shine. Ah, yes. You call upon my expert detective skills. And now I shall proceed
Before
with...
he could finish, Luca scrambled up Rollo's back.
I'm using your height. Hey, this is my idea, detective work. Every squad needs a good lockpick, and every good lockpick needs a sturdy head to sit on. This is beneath my standing. Stop complaining and hold still. Got it.
The three crowded around the hutch to peer in. With the glass doors opened, a perfect porcelain display gleamed in front of them. Their eyes searched for anything amiss. But the only distinct feature was its impeccability.
It's impeccability, though. Well, that was anticlimactic. Yeah, I don't really know what we were expecting. Like, oh hey, let me just yank on this random teacup and...
pulled on one of the teacups. It slanted forward with a hollow.
It's a secret door!
The entire hutch began to rustle and slide under its own power.
Seems like your grand has been doing some remodeling. Dude, only 2 types of people have secret lairs. Evil masterminds and superheroes. So which one do we think she is? We're about to find out. Ooh. There's even... Okay, so more of an unhinged conspiracist vibe? Oh, wow. Yeah, this cannot be good. We need to look around before jumping to conclusions. Okay. What do we have here? Barrels marked caution, explosive. And jam jars? That's enough jam to feed the whole town. What kind of incendiary jam is your grand making? Incendiary? Alright. She would have had me walk around town delivering bombs. Right? Only one way to find out.
Casually spun open a lid and dipped his finger in the jam. He
Huckleberries.
smacked his lips.
And brown sugar. And ink? What?
Willow plunged his hand in the jar, fishing out a soggy slip of paper.
Aha!
Willow offered the slimy note to Luca and licked his fingers clean.
It's addressed to Mrs. Fratelli. A grand jamgram? It says, last night I used the disguise Eris provided to scout the location. The timing window should be possible. Operation Sparkplug is a go. Aw man, are they doing a heist? Whatever it is, it can't be good. Some more bombshell than a bomb, am I right? You're new here, so I'll let it slide. But I'm the bad joke guy around here. No bad jokes.
Luca jostled each cabinet drawer in turn. Only one was unlocked. He fingered through the filing cabinet, pausing at a bulging folder labeled Walter. For a long moment, he just stared at it.
Sorry, guys. What you got there? It's my dad. Looks like some of his old medical files. Your dad was a doctor?
Luca nodded and caressed the label with his thumb.
Well, are you gonna read it? Here, let me help.
Rollo swiped the folder from the drawer and began leafing through the pages. He whistled to himself, barely looking at the text.
How about you actually read some of it? One sec. Dad's documents such as this are a lot like a cheeseburger. It's best to skip straight to the middle. This is where all the meaty bits live. Wow, I had no idea we were in the presence of the preeminent scholar in dense documents. And cheeseburgers. By all means,
He
proceed.
stopped at a page and mimed, holding up a monocle.
Ah, here we are. Follow-up examination of Terrence Wilby. Patient shows further signs of paleness and malaise. Body temperature continues to drop. He now describes soreness in muscles and joints. This is similar to the symptoms exhibited by Mrs. Wilby just a few days past. Still waiting on lab results from
Rollo
Joseph.
looked up with heightened surprise.
Say, creepy. Yeah, that's kind of disturbing. Who's Joseph? That's Mr. Nuncreed's name. Wait,
Rollo's finger traced across the page.
there's more scribbled in the margins. Could it be contagious? Mr. Wilby claims the tap water at his home has been contaminated. Perhaps environmental? Lab results only raise more questions. It's like he came back to this report later and made those notes. So it might be related to something
Rollo
else.
scanned through several more pages.
Here, the writer looks shaky. I just couldn't help it. This disease, or whatever it is, progresses so fast. And with his wife passing, Terrence's condition falls close behind. Exaggerated by loss. Enough is enough. I need to take matters in my own hands. Was he a whistleblower?
Stared blankly at the cabinet this whole time. Spoke softly.
What does it say next?
Rolla rustled the folder, trying to loose more pages.
That's where it ends. What? There has to be more.
Luca frantically shoved the remaining cabinet folders, trying to find another labeled Walter.
Luca, I think that's the only one. It's alphabetical, see? What did he mean enough is enough? How did he take matters into his own hands? This is bullshit!
Slammed the drawer shut. A spider web of string connected photos of people from the town, interspersed with hastily scrawled notes.
Well, she sure has kept herself busy. Is your gran a serial killer? 'Cause I'm starting to get a vibe. Don't be ridiculous. Sure, she's just tracking the movements of everyone in town, out of the kindness of her heart. She put little symbols by some of them. Yeah, Mr. Munncreed has a check mark. The clipboards are all inside a big circle. My mom's are both on here, both with question marks. Gus Valentine has a question mark. Eris has a question mark that's been crossed out. Mr. Care has a bullseye. The killer has chosen her next victim. We don't know what any of this means. Whatever it means, it's probably not good. Guys, oh my god. Thank you. Woo! Get it!
They crowded around a worn-down old map of Beacon Pines.
Cool, this looks like a treasure map. Not every old map is a treasure map, Rollo. Yeah, but every treasure map is an old map. Can't fault that logic. Look, there's even a pathway drawn on it. It starts at the entrance to town. And if we follow
Rolla
it,
carefully traced the path with his finger.
it leads right
He
to
jabbed down at the end point.
Town Square? That's the fountain in the middle of town. What a weird place to have treasure. Rollo, that doesn't look like treasure to me. The end of the path on the map has the same symbol as those explosives over there. So it's not hiding treasure. A real bummer. Rollo, what's the thing you've been excited about for the past month? The festival! Oof. Did you just say gulp? This feels like a gulp kind of situation. Everyone will be gathered near the center of town. She's gonna blow up the festival! Not if we stop her. Uh-oh. What was that?
Luca looked up from the map.
What was what? No, I heard it too. That was the front door. Which means someone's just shut the door. Which means someone's upstairs! Shh, quiet. Hit the lights.
Beck flicked off the light, and they became statues in the dark. Overhead, creaking floorboards bent under slow, deliberate steps. The kids looked up, the tilt of their necks following each footfall. Then suddenly, it stopped. Without realizing, they'd been holding their breath. All three exhaled shakily and glanced at each other. A muffled male voice broke the silence.
Hello?
A final few footsteps reached the entrance above them, and the voice now echoed down the stairs.
It's Toliver. Anyone there?
Three kids shuffled to the corners without a peep. As he began to descend the stairs, the man's voice punctuated every new step. Thump.
Yoo-hoo! I'm not here to hurt anyone. I'm just here to help. Just...
At the bottom step, the man paused, squinting to search the room for signs of life.
Huh. Guess it's nothing.
Rollo shifted suddenly. Luca gave him an intense, chastising look and whispered through clenched teeth.
Oh, don't.
It was too late. Rollo was already inching toward the stairway. He screeched as he charged toward the shadowy figure.
Flaming chicken coop!
With all his weight, Rollo tackled the man to the ground.
Rollo? Mysterious creepy man? Anyone there?
From the dark corner, they saw something move.
Well, I didn't know if I had it in me. Well, there's only one way to find out. Holy crap, Rollo, that was awesome. Wait, did you just kill that person?
Luca scrambled to the hunched figure on the ground. Pressing his fingers to the man's neck, he sighed with relief.
You sure clobbered him good, Rollo. He's knocked out cold.
As Beck flicked back on the light, Luca and Rollo both gasped in stereo.
Mr. Toliver!
Chapter 7. The Interrogation of Hiram Toliver. Still
The
unconscious,
interrogation.
Mr. Toliver slumped heavily in a shoddy old chair. His hands were bound with rope, his feet tied with some loose string. The kids huddled in a circle, discussing their plan. One thing was certain. They couldn't just let Mr. Toliver go. They needed to know what he was doing in Luca's house. After some deliberation, it was decided.
They run a classic good cop, chill cop. That's all I have.
They'd run the classic good cop, chill cop interrogation.
I'll handle this. Just gotta play it cool.
Luca walked calmly to the light switch, flicking it off and on a few times.
Woo!
Mr. Toliver shook his head, gathering his wits.
Golly, I sure got my bell
He
rung.
looked over to find Luca, who returned a calming grin.
Sorry, Mr. Toliver. This is all a big mistake. Luca, what's going on here? Why do you have me strapped down? No one's fault, really. Rollo just got a little startled. Rollo's here?
Rollo and Beck emerged from hiding to give a timid wave.
Well, alright. Mistakes happen. You kids gave old Hiram a good scare. Let's just get me out of these ropes and call it even.
Luca glanced over to Rollo and Beck, who replied with skeptical looks.
Mr. Toliver, why are you in my grand's basement? I'm here to help, of course. Help with what? What's my grand up to? If you'll just cut me loose, I can show you. How do I know we can trust you?
Mr. Toliver exhaled with disappointment.
Luca, have I ever done wrong by you? No. And since your grand moved to town, haven't I been nothing but welcoming? Yeah. So why would I turn my back on your family now? It's just, all this stuff seems pretty weird. A board with names of people from town. An archive of my dad's old disturbing patient notes.
Luca gestured to the corner.
Barrels of explosives. I can explain everything. You just need to untie me. You kids deserve an explanation.
Luca looked again to Rollo and Beck. This time they shrugged. Luca began to slowly loosen the bindings. Mr. Toliver gently rubbed his wrists.
That's a good lad. This'll all make sense in
He
time.
edged imperceptibly toward
He's going to the
as he
stairs.
spoke.
You see, this town has secrets, Luca. A very dark past indeed. Hi, kitty. Hi, kitty. Come here, kitty. Hello. Hello.
Before the kids had even noticed his movement, Mr. Toliver was at the light switch.
Past that must be brought to.
Punctuated his final words by flicking the switch and rushing up the stairs.
Light. Son of a.
Beck darted to the wall and turned back on the lights. It was too late. Rollo confirmed what they all heard.
He just locked us down here.
Mr. Tolliver's muffled voice came from behind the door.
I wasn't lying, you know. This is for your own good. You kids just keep tight down there and let the adults
They
handle
looked
this.
bewildered at each other.
Play it cool, huh? Not now, Beck.
They heard the staccato thump of quick steps exiting the house. The kids looked down in resignation. This isn't how it goes in Hank Atomic.
Oh,
For some reason, they'd always assumed it was up to them to save their town. Luca opened his mouth, hoping to conjure some magical words to make this right. Only a hollow croak escaped. The end.
oh man, that
Well,
was it.
We certainly aren't going to find a grand resolution to our tale locked in a base. Back to the drawing board.
Okay. Chill. Okay, so let's head to this one and choose Rumble.
Luca began to respond, but the sky answered for him as the clouds above began to rumble with ominous thunder.
You sure we can make it home before the storm kicks off?
Luca surveyed the roiling clouds.
I'd say the odds are good. Maybe you should stay here and I'll just make a break for it.
At that moment, the heavens opened up, unleashing torrential rain.
Care to recalculate those odds? Hurry inside, you two, before you catch cold. Luca, Nellie will keep trying to reach your gran on the phone. In the meantime, you two hold tight. Sorry, not much to do up here. Most of my stuff is still in the boxes. Mind if I poke around? Be my guest.
Luca squinted into the eye hole of the microscope.
This looks wild. What is it? Gum? Gum?
Luca adjusted the slide with his fingers to get a better look.
I'm tracking the structural integrity of gum with increasing amounts of chewing. Chewed that one for 47 days.
Luca wiped his hand off on his sweater and gave a nervous laugh.
It's weird, I know.
She down, timidly tapping the ladder with her feet.
You think it's weird, don't you? A little. But weird can be cool. Oh wow. Roll and I have a radio just like this at the treehouse. Probably not exactly like this one. My mom and I tore the whole thing down to the bolts. Fitted it with some state-of-the-art vacuum tubes. She seems pretty awesome. She gets carried away sometimes. I think she feels guilty for working too much. So when she does have time for me, she showers me with high-tech overcompensation.
Luca flicked at one of the toggles.
I bet you get all sorts of stations on this. Not out here in the boonies. You won't believe the stuff I could pick up back in the city. But around here, it's all farm reports and static. Aw, shucks.
Luca bent down to examine the bouquet of wilting flowers. Judging by the odor, they were well past their prime.
Pungent.
He
Delicious.
flipped open the attached card.
Happy trails from Coach Walker and all the Fairview Condors. Boy, you weren't kidding about poking around, huh? Oh, sorry, was this from your old school? The most recent one, yeah. Some schools gave me going away cards. Some did flowers. When they were really trying to feel good about themselves, they do both. So you moved a lot. Yeah, that's the thing with having a brilliant parent. There's always a better job somewhere else. These flowers would last longer if you put them in some water. That's the sort of thing I would do if I cared. Well, you cared enough to keep them is all. Luca, can I ask you something? Of course. Nice jump. Dang, did that hurt? I'll be honest. That hurt more than I expected. Well, at least you look cool doing it.
Beck took a moment to watch the rivulets of water running down the window.
Do you ever feel alone? Like, even when people are around? Well, Rolo can be pretty absent-minded sometimes. I'm serious. Does it ever feel like your family doesn't care what you want? It didn't used to feel that way. I know Gran loves me, but sometimes when she looks at me, it's like she's looking at a problem.
Luca took a deep breath, exhaling slowly.
I know the feeling. How do you deal with that? I guess I haven't yet. But one thing my dad told me when I was little. Don't hold a grudge, especially against yourself. If you try to hold it all in, you're gonna pop. So then what do you do when you don't know what to do? Dad never got to that part. Something I figured out on my own though, you gotta do something, anything. Here. What are you doing? I don't know, something. We're gonna register our complaints with the storm. Listen here, you miserable universe. Stop jerking me around. I just want things to go back to the way they were. Everyone tells me it's gonna be alright. That things are gonna change.
Let out a feral scream that echoed into the night.
Every time something changes, everything gets worse. Screw this town. Whoa. Let me try. Moving sucks. I hate it. I hate that I hate it. Why can't I just deal with it and be happy for my mom? Why can't we just stay here somewhere? Ah!
Voice dropped to a trembling whisper.
I just want to be a normal kid.
Beck brushed off her shirt and straightened up.
There. Wow, I actually feel a little bit better.
As abruptly as it began, the storm abated.
Thanks, I needed that. Me too. I should head out before the rain starts up again. Sure, I'll walk you out. See you and Rolo at the festival? Sounds good. Luca, Don't let the universe jerk you
Beth
around.
gave Luca a light thump on the arm before heading in. Chapter 5. Friendly Feud. The air
Oh,
was
boy.
heavy with a hard rain's residue. The smell of wet things. Despite his dreary surroundings, Luca felt at peace. He'd never shared those details about his dad with anyone. Not even Rollo. But it's not like this changed anything. Rollo was still his best friend. Adding Beck to the group would help balance things out. Everything's better in threes. This is what Luca told himself as he headed to the treehouse.
Alright, time to go meet Rollo. Dawn! Hey, Dawn, tracking down a lead. You bet! I heard a juicy new rumor. Turns out when Sharper Valentine died, he left behind a peculiar last will and testament. Peculiar how? He didn't just give his kids an inheritance. There were conditions. Like what? The document stipulated that Eris had to take on a child as her ward. A kid our age who just showed up to town one night with a lawyer. Solomon? Bingo! So Eris was forced to take care of him? Yep, or she would have lost everything. Why would Sharper care so much about some random kid? Rumor has it, old Sharper sowed some wild oats. Oh, so he had some bastards. Okay. That explains why the way the heiress treats him. Poor Solomon. How'd you find all this out? A good reporter never reveals her source, Luca. Oh man, Solomon. Poor guy. She's still here. He met his old friend's eyes and was greeted with nothing but ice-cold anger. Heavens! There is no time for This is no time for fractured friendships. Oh God. So she's like kind of like a clue. She gives an idea of what's going to happen in this chapter. Excuse me, what are you doing? Just looking out for the night, sir. Oh, wonderful. I can only assume this means all festival preparations have been completed ahead of schedule. Not exactly, sir. The storm set us back a bit, and it's getting late, so we'll decide to... You all decided? Yes, sir. I wasn't aware that your job involved deciding things. We are all here at Perennial because we believe in creating a better future, yes? Yes, sir, very much, sir. Do you want to be the one to tell this town that we failed them? No. That we gave up because there was a little rainstorm, we all got sleepy? Of course not, sir. Good, that it's decided. Yes, sir, we'll work till the task is done. See that you do. Our harvest awaits. Damn. Rollo, are you still up there? Yeah, there he is. I'm sorry, Rollo isn't accepting visitors at the moment. Come back never.
Luca had only ever heard him speak in this stiff yet gentle tone a few times, and it always meant one thing.
You're upset. Oh, what makes you say that? Maybe because my best friend abandoned me for no reason. I didn't abandon you. I'm just a little late.
Scoffed.
The rain held me up. Liar! You weren't even home. What? The storm got bad and I got worried, so I went looking for you. Imagine my surprise when I made it to your house and you weren't there. I hadn't made it back yet. I'm not a fool, Luca. It doesn't take all day to deliver some jam. No, That storm rolled out of nowhere, and I got stuck after dinner at Beck's
Luca
house.
stumbled on his words, knowing he'd said too much.
Beck? Dinner? What the heck is a Beck? She's a new kid in town. She's actually kind of cool. You'd like her. She needed help convincing her parents that she made new friends. New friends? I spent all day waiting for you. You were out making new friends? It's not like that, Rollo. You know, while I was waiting, I made some upgrades to mission control. It was going to be a surprise. But you took so long, the storm knocked it all down. Just like you knocked down our friendship. What does that even mean?
Luca became instinctively angry in response. Both boys were now shouting across the distance.
It means you're a bad friend. You don't care about me. Of course I care, you ass. I knew I'd get in trouble waiting so late for you. But I kept my word, 'cause that's what friends do. Oh wow, what a noble sacrifice you made. Easy for you to say. Your grand doesn't even care. You can stay out as long as you want. And you wouldn't even get in trouble. Seriously? You're acting like I chose this? If that's what you think, then maybe you're the bad friend.
Rolo's tone changed to a calm, yet more intense anger.
Maybe Pa's right. Storm brings more than water. This one brought out the real Luca. Stop calling your paws nonsense like it means anything. Yeah, well, at least my paw's still
The
round.
words hung in the cold night air.
Ouch.
Rolo's stomach dropped, knowing he'd crossed a line. But it was too late.
Luca, Good night, Rolo. Dang it. Oh, shoot. Let's play with it a little bit.
Luca dug through his old stuff, not even sure what he was looking for.
Rolo. What a jerk. Call me a bad friend. Ooh, I'm Rolo. Look at me and my amazing family. Can I kick it down? No. Okay. Just see if I can mess with that. Guess I'm just never supposed to make new friends. Oh. Luca,
Gran cooed gently from the hallway.
you slept straight through breakfast. Luca, are you alright? I'm fine. Just don't feel like getting up yet. Okay, I'll leave this oatmeal by the door. I've got to run out and take care of some things. Okay. I'll be back later to check in. Sure.
Luca just wanted to be alone. He waited to hear the sound of the front door closing.
I bet Rolo's still gonna go to the festival. He's gonna be miserable.
Luca dozed off again.
Luca, see you did eat your oatmeal. Wasn't hungry. Well, just in case you get hungry, I'll leave a sandwich here too. Thanks. Rolo came by. What did he say? He wanted to talk to you. What did you say? I told him you weren't feeling well. Good. So your plan is just to sit in your room all day? Pretty much. Well, I'll need to pop away again for a minute. You decided to end your pity party and go outside. Think it'd do you some good. Noted.
Luca still couldn't bring himself to go out. Besides, if he ran into Rolo, he'd have to actually confront the situation.
There's never anything interesting at the festival anyway. Let's see if I can hit that. Got it.
The Adventures of Hank Atomic.
Complete first volume.
Luca carefully opened the cover and began to read. Rolo had received it for his birthday, a special hardcover edition with behind-the-scenes commentary and bonus art. Rolo cherished it, but asked that Luca keep it at his house. Luca wasn't sure if it was because Rolo didn't trust himself with it, didn't trust his sister around it, or just wanted an excuse to come hang out at Luca's more often. Whatever the reason, Luca didn't mind. But it had stayed right there where Rolo had stashed it ever since. Now, at the foot of his bed, Luca lost himself in the pages. He'd read it all before, but at this moment, it somehow felt sentimental. He was well into issue number 5 when he heard soft footsteps from the hallway.
Luca, another little friend came to see you. A girl named Beck Moodwill. She said you met yesterday? What'd she say? Is she here? She was just dropping by. I told her you weren't taking visitors today. Oh. She seems nice. Yeah. You had a fight with Rolo, didn't you? Can I come in? Maybe later. Alright then. I'll leave dinner on the kitchen table, in case you want to bite before bedtime.
Without realizing it, Luca had pouted away the entire afternoon. He once again felt the weight of it all and allowed his weary eyes to close. Luca stood in a vast black expanse. He looked up at his father standing beside him. Walt was working a straw at the bottom of a fountain glass, trying to collect the last bits of milkshake. Dad? Where are we? Taking a final loud gurgling sip, his father peered up from the glass. He jangled the straw playfully with a warm smile, then lifted the empty glass as if to point into the darkness. The source? Luca's eyes followed his father's gesture. In an instant, he was sitting in front of a blazing campfire. Across from him sat a large figure in a yellow hazmat suit. The figure's voice was a scratchy echo. Well, if it isn't the man of the hour, make yourself comfortable. Luca held his shivering hands over the flame to warm himself. It doesn't work that way here. Their yellow-gloved hand pointed to the base of the flame. It's a cold flame. See? Luca peered at the base of the fire. It wasn't wood that was burning. It was Beacon Pines itself. Tiny buildings, freezing and crumbling as they were consumed by flame. Luca could see small shadows moving in the burning city. People. Luca leapt to his feet. We've got to help them! The figure gave a dismissive wave of their hand. Why waste energy helping people who can't even help themselves? The figure bent down to examine the panicked crowd as they desperately tried to stop the flames. They only care about what's right in front of them, not let. Luca's voice was a trembling whisper.
Oh gosh.
The figure slowly stood up, grabbing its helmet with both hands. With a jolt and a twist, the suit emitted a gasp. A cloud of torpid mist escaped, slowly revealing the face within.
Is it
Luca's
himself?
own face looked back
Yep.
at him. Older, worn, distant. The sensation was oddly familiar, as if he'd caught his own reflection by surprise in the mirror. The doppelganger smiled. I tried to help once. He gestured towards his face. And all it got me was this. Luca staggered back. You aren't me. Luca felt a hand catch his shoulder. His father was there again, beside him. Every choice sets us on a path. This is the end of one of your paths, son. Luca watched his older self shake its head ruefully, its face twisting into a cruel grin. Welp, Dad. If you wanted him to see this, far be it from me to disappoint. Luca watched in shock as the figure took a confident step forward and plunged into the flames in a flash of cold light. He was gone. What does all of this mean? Luca felt a reassuring squeeze on his shoulder. Just remember, why we choose matters just as much as what we choose.
My gosh, I'm so confused.
Luca woke up to see a hazy figure at the foot of his bed, silhouetted in the morning sun.
Mom? No, dear. It's only Gran.
Luca rubbed his eyes. The kind, concerned face of his Gran came into focus.
How are you feeling? Fine. Anything you want to talk about? I don't feel like talking. That's just as well. How about you sit there and listen a bit? Whatever you and Rollo fall about doesn't matter. But
Gran silenced Luca with a gentle pat on the leg.
Fights between friends happen. What's said doesn't matter. The important thing is, that's not the last thing you ever say to each other. But he said stuff about Dad. Well, do you think he meant it? No. He was just mad. And did you mean any things you said to him? No. Good. One must appreciate friends in their best moments. And accept them in their worst. Accept. Cool, I got some more. Now get your little butt out of bed. The festival's today. You don't want to miss that, do you? I guess not. Seems like a good opportunity to make amends with Rollo, doesn't it?
Luca gave a reluctant nod.
So buy him a corn dog and apologize. But he's the one that... What did I just say? Buy him a corn dog. That's a good boy. Everything's better with corn dogs. I agree, I love corn dogs. I need to get going now. Got some last minute festival business to take care of. I'll come find you at the fountain a little after lunch. Alright. I love you, Luca. Love you too.
Luca took a deep breath.
Okay.
Chapter 6. Through thick and thin. Despite Luca's bitterness, Gran was right. He needed to hash things out with Rollo.
Yeah, we do.
Changes the nature of a friendship. Whether, in the end, it is for the better or for the worse, all comes down to understanding. If one is not careful, the same familiarity that builds the strongest of bonds can become the wrecking ball that shatters them. Luca emerged from seclusion, taking in the crisp festival air, but the events of the day weren't on his mind. He had to find Rollo.
Okay, so I gotta go find Rollo. Hey, there's his sister. There you are! Luca. Rollo wanted me to tell you something. What is it?
Roxy rolled her eyes, shaking her head.
A space adventure, though you needn't buy it. If you be brave, go somewhere quiet. Roxy, I don't... It's a riddle, Luca. My goofy little brother wants you to
Luca
find him.
looked down and kicked at the dirt.
Look, I know you two had a fight. The only thing more annoying than my little brother is my little brother without his best friend. So I'm doing him this one favor. Now I need one favor from you. Whatever it is that went down between you two, squash it. I'm kidding. And you're gonna miss control, I guess.
The road leading to Beacon Pines was long, a sort of natural.
Oh, okay. I thought it actually led somewhere. How goes the beetle hunt? Pretty rotten. I haven't seen so much as an exuvi. And it's not just the beetles. This morning I couldn't find any critters at all. It's like everything that buzzes or skitters just packed up and left. Oh, I'm sure they're out there somewhere. Maybe all the commotion of the festival just spooked them. Yeah, maybe that's it. Unique New York, unique New York. Huh? Oh, don't mind me. Just warming up for my big ceremony speech.
Pointed to his grinning mouth.
Gotta limber up the old gab box. You nervous? Oh, heavens no. Well, break a leg. Give me the gift of good suck. What was that? I don't know who Perennial Harvest thinks they're impressing with this ridiculous festival. Totally. The town's still falling apart. The weather's still cruddy. And the season's harvest looks like it's gonna be worse than last year's. You said it. No amount of corporate pandering is gonna change any of that. Exactly. But the lemonade at the drink stand over there does look pretty tasty. Fits. I'm still gonna be mad at them. I'd just rather be mad while sipping some delicious lemonade is all. You're not wrong. Ain't moving. He's still stuck there. What do they have, a rocket? Every single time. Yup. Wait for it. That explains sound once again noted. Like clockwork. What a bunch of drones. You might not be wrong there.
Jeff was staring into the distance with a wistful look.
Hey Jeff, everything alright? Huh? Yeah, everything's fine. I mean, used to be fine. Just ain't right these days, you know. I really do, actually.
Jeff turned to Luca with a furrowed brow, then gave an understanding nod.
You do, don't you?
For a moment, the two now shared that same wistful gaze.
Aw. Cute. I like that. God, these guys are everywhere. Most welcome and welcomes. Would you like to share your thoughts? We always strive to improve. Nope. This is the first time I've seen this many smiley faces since the Val Harvest. I had my doubts about Perennial Harvest, but I must admit they do put on a nice party. Also, I think Sparrow over there is a griffin, which is really cool if that's the case. Hiya, Luca. How's Griffin doing? What? Oh, nothing.
They all became flesh.
Just pretend I didn't say anything. Do you have a crush on someone named Griffin? Hyper, you're actually taking a break from studying. I wanted to see what all the festival fuss is about. But I can't help but notice you still brought your backpack full of books. Luca, backpacks can carry a lot more than just books. True, true. So what you got in there? Books? I was able to return the perennial harvest safety suit you borrowed. I don't think anyone noticed. Good. Now will you tell me what you needed it for? It was a favor for an enemy of my enemy. This isn't going to harm Mr. Care, is it? All you need to know is that it's for the good of the family. Ah, okay, so we still doing this. Luca, did you know that Beacon Pines is actually unincorporated? A lot of people don't know that. Wow, yeah, I didn't know. What's that mean? It means those public works are handled internally. We do all the pipelines, the water treatment, building regulations. That's great. Census taking. And emergency services. Run! Hey, Luca. So you're done at the library? Huh? Oh, nothing.
Griffin looked away suspiciously.
Nothing at all. That's Griffin? Okay. Oh, I need to go to the library. Well, I want to say hi to everyone first. Dawn. I got a question for you. What do you think this whole festival is for? The way I figure it, perennial harvest try and win over the town. Like a bride, but with balloons. Cynical. I like where your head's at. That's what I assumed at first, too, until I eavesdropped on a couple of gossipy clipboards. What if I told you that this whole thing is really a special shindig for a super secret guest of honor? A special guest? Who? I haven't dug that deep yet, but whoever it is, PH thinks they're a big deal. Ooh, okay. Alright, so yeah, looks like I need to go to the library. The library, somewhere quiet. Hey! Hiya, Luca!
His eyes lit with excitement.
I've been expecting you! Bravo on deciphering the first riddle! Okay, riddle me this, achievement locked. The first... Oh, you didn't think that was all, did you? Rollo does go out, doesn't he?
Kato straightened up and cleared his throat as if preparing to sing.
Ahem. Oh, on planet Farple, you may take issue. When the fifth king dies, you'll need a
Kato
tissue.
stared at Luca eagerly.
Get it? Want me to tell you? No, it's okay. Let me figure it out. Alright, when you find it, bring it here to be verified. If you decide you want a hint, the offer still stands. Okay, on planet Farple, you may take issue. When the fifth king dies, you'll need a tissue. Issue. Hey, JC. Still working on the newest Hank Atomic? You know it. Some fascinating canon toward the end. Did you know Hank Atomic's shrink array doesn't technically shrink stuff? It uses inverse quantum particle decay to literally grow the entire object around the entire universe around an object, leaving that object unaltered. So it just looks shrunk compared to everything else. Bingo. That's wild. But JC, no spoilers, please. Oh right, sorry.
Luca grabbed the Modern Science of Atomic Radiation from the shelf.
Oh. Okay. So, planet Farple.
Luca grabbed The Adventures of Hank Atomic, issue number 4, from the shelf.
Okay, let's try this one. Let's see, what do we have here? The Adventures of Hank Atomic, issue number 4. Nope, I'm afraid that's not the correct book. Okay, here's a hint. The words I emphasized are important. Issue and fifth. Yeah, issue, fifth. Fifth issue. Okay, so it has to be a fifth issue.
Luca grabbed The Adventure.
Okay, there it is. I grabbed the wrong one.
Kato removed
Ah, you
his
found
book
it!
from the desk and replaced it with Luca's, turning on the lamp. As he slid the book under the purple light, 2 words glowed. The Adventures of Hank Atomic, issue 5.
Oh man, I'm doing a lot of reading this time though. Again, I am doing this for about 2 hours.
Luca clicked his tongue with recognition.
Rollo's cipher pen. He used to write secret messages everywhere with that. And only I had a special flashlight needed to reveal it. But I lost it. Well, apparently he traded jail for this purple light bulb. Parted with his entire Halloween candy stash. Oh, Rollo. Now let's see here.
Kato began flipping through the pages, stopping when he hit a glowing word.
Get away with such a
He
grift.
continued flipping.
Only found in grub cart.
Reaching the end of the book, Kato looked up.
Grift in grub cart? That's it. Grift in grub cart. Griffin's grub cart. Griffin's grub cart. He wants me to go to Griffin's snack stand. Oh, brilliant. I guess you're off then? Good luck on the rest of the scavenger hunt. I love Kato. He's so cute. Thanks, Kato. So Griffin's the alligator, okay. Hey Griffin, did Rollo
Before
come?
Luca could finish his sentence, Griffin handed him a corn dog.
Oh, that's it? Bought and paid for, enjoy! I thought there was supposed to be a riddle or
Luca
something.
shrugged, taking a sizable bite out of the corn dog.
Yeah, it's cold! Oh yeah, that's been sitting here for a while. Rollo wanted me to be sure to give you that one specifically. Well, that's
Luca
just...
tongued at his cheeks, feeling something rough between his teeth. He reached into his mouth and pulled out a slip of paper.
Oh, come
He
on.
shook off the bits of corn dog to read the slip.
A pickup when you need some pep. Near the fountain, up the step.
Luca finished off the remainder of the corn dog.
This is going to be a whole thing. So that must be the cafe. Whoops. Got kind of like hooked on the corner there and ended up going back. Yes, I was right. There you are, Luca. There's no way I'm actually doing this. It's way below my pay grade. Oh, come on, you big stiff. Let the kids have some fun. Fine. But Rollo owes me one.
He waved his hands around sarcastically as he began.
What takes flight but has no wings, your final task a friendship brings. See, that wasn't so hard. Hard. Ugh, I feel cheapened somehow. I think it's sweet. What takes flight but has no wings, your final task a friendship brings. Good luck, Luca. A rocket? Oh no, a balloon! Rollo! Hey. Hey. Did you find the comic book? Yep. And you got the corn dog? Yeah. Well then, I know it doesn't make up for what I said, but here, you've earned
Rollo
this.
sheepishly handed Luca the balloons.
Oh. Flight. Flee! Thanks. You didn't have to go all this trouble. I'm sorry I got so mad. Dang it, you were supposed to let me apologize first. Oh, sorry. Now you've apologized twice before me. Just let me do this. Luca, I'm really sorry. With everything that's happened with your mom and all, I've always wanted to be there for you. Be a good friend, you know. When you said you were hanging out with someone else, I kind of freaked out. Rollo, still my turn. I felt like if you needed some new friend to help you, it meant that I wasn't good enough. But that was selfish and wrong. I was wrong. I'm so sorry, Luca. Okay, apology over. You can talk now.
Luca threw himself at Rollo, hugging him as tightly as he could.
Oh. Rollo, I don't deserve you. I don't deserve you either. That's why we deserve each other. So, what else you want to do today? We can snoop around and try to find some info about your mom. Snoop where? We could probably sneak into Perennial Harvest HQ while everyone's at the festival. Aren't you curious about all the stuff with those clipboards right down? What if we get caught? I think I've had enough excitement for 1 week. Let's just make the rest of the day about us. Really? Yeah, the rest of the world can wait one more day. You know, I have been wanting to get some work done on the MCDC Mission Control. The aim is a bit unpredictable. That sounds perfect. To the treehouse! Hey, buddy! Did you hear? After Mr. Care gives his big speech, they're gonna have the first annual Biggest Catch competition. As long as Boot qualifies as a catch, I'm a shoe-in. Good luck! Oh, poor baby. almost forgot. I ran to your gran this morning. She asked me to give you
Moodwills
this.
handed Luca an unopened letter.
I'll wait for you to say if you want to read it now. A letter?
Luca, some things are going to happen that might be difficult for you to understand. If I am honest, I hardly understand them myself. But whatever happens, I need you to know that I love you. None of this is fair to you. You have already lost so much. We both have. I wish there was a simpler way forward. But if there is, I haven't thought of it. God knows I've tried. Everything I've done, I did for you. I hope someday you can accept that. Love, Gran.
I love you too, Gran.
Luca folded the paper into his pocket and headed up the ladder.
Oh, I tied it to the rocket. What's up to the letter? Anything you want to talk about? Maybe later. Sure, whenever you want. You know, you really didn't have to go to all that trouble just to apologize. I know, but we've been looking forward to the festival for weeks. After I ruined everything with my big mouth, this was the best way to make sure you still had a good time without me. Orlo.
Luca was at a loss for words, but that was fine. Words aren't always necessary.
Festival seemed nice. Was it nice? We could still go. Nah, this is fine. Well, there's always next year.
Sadly, this was untrue. A distant rumble shook the treehouse.
Huh? What was that? Aw, man, we missed the fireworks?
It was not fireworks. It was something the boys couldn't possibly comprehend. Something as old and cruel as time itself.
What? Achievement unlocked, the big chill? That's not an achievement.
A shockwave of cold tore through the room. A bitter, unfathomable chill. Before they could react, it encased them in ice. Two boys, reunited by friendship, only to be cruelly separated by a malevolence beyond
This is like the
reason.
cruelest ending I've seen so far.
So, our story ends on this melancholy scene in a silent treehouse turned statuary. In a town brought low by its secrets sits a pair of friends, alone, together.
Oh my
for
God.
The rest of time. The end. No, that can't be the ending. It simply can't. I won't accept it, and I hope you won't either.
Yeah, no, I don't accept it. That was awful. How could you do such a terrible thing?
There are more endings, more possibilities.
Oh my
I
God.
can feel it. We are just going to have to sort through them all until we find the one that fits.
Okay. Alright, let's just... Okay. Looks like I have two options here. Okay, so flight and hard are two of the things. Okay, let me try flight on this one. This is when I'm trying to protect Iggy.
Luca drew himself up and decided to take the only option they had left. Flight. He squinted down the barrel of the mission control defense cannon, aiming it through an opening in the dense tree branches. He looked up with surprise as it struck true and taut.
Wow, I can't believe that worked. Hey, Mr. Care. We'd love to hear your thoughts, but I'm afraid we have places to be. Come on, Iggy. See ya, jerks. Fine. We know where that leads them. This way, we'll take the tunnels. What tunnels?
Luca and Iggy winced as they sprinted through the thicket. The branches clawed at them, reluctant to give passage. After what felt like a marathon, Luca stopped in his tracks as they reached the clearing. What the? That was all he was able to say before Iggy slammed into his back. The boys tumbled down a steep decline and crashed with a wheezing thud on a surface as hard as ice. In fact, it was ice.
Ice?
Chapter 5. Signs. They stood silently, catching their breath. The sky was like sapphire. With each breath, a plume of steam escaped from Luca's lungs. Let's keep moving. Luca pulled Iggy to his feet.
It's
as they
literally
gazed
snow.
across a snowy terrain.
That was actually pretty badass. Uh-huh. I think we lost him. Are we up in the mountains? I don't think so. If anything, we went downhill. Then what's up with the Winter Wonderland? All I know is there's no going back the way we came. Let's see if we can get our bearings. Follow me. Oh, well, this should lead to my house. Luca, are you there?
I had almost forgotten the walkie-talkie he was carrying.
Is that bozo Care? Oh, it's Care. Something bad has happened to you out of those
Luca
woods.
looked at Iggy with hesitation.
No need to be
With a
rude.
resigned sigh, Luca responded.
Seems like the only dangerous thing in the woods is you. He speaks, the young man of the hour. Now, how in tarnation did you end up with one of our radios? Just lucky, I guess. Boy, howdy, you Van Horns are full of surprises, aren't you? You knew my parents? I never had the honor of meeting your father, but your mom sure was a handful.
Luca winced, shoving the walkie-talkie back into his pocket.
We gotta keep moving. Okay. What about this way? I was hoping. I guess not. What's this?
A disc of smooth metal was lightly covered in snow. Two faint seams were visible along the surface.
A manhole cover? If it is, I've never seen one like it. What's the readout? Sitting just above 258 Kelvin. That's been down a bit from last time. Should we report this to Mr. Care? Meh, still within safe ranges. It may be spreading, but it's under control for now. Even a small nudge in the equilibrium could cause a cascade. Dude, relax. Just a few more sites to hit before we can punch out. Let's get this over with. There's the Beacon Pine sign. What's all this? Hard to say with all this snow. I think it's a town sign. I can almost make out letters under there. What town could this even be? There could be another town this deep into Weepwood. I'm looking at evidence to the contrary. Let's figure out what we're dealing with here. Step 1, snow's gotta go. I'll see what I can do. Yeah, Beacon Pines. That's what I thought.
The boys stared in disbelief at the sign that now clearly read, "Welcome to Beacon Pines."
This doesn't make any sense. We're in Beacon Pines? How's that possible? We ran away from town. How'd we get back here? I guess we got turned around. Where'd all the snow come from? Well, it's been colder than normal lately. There's a pretty big difference between weather and this Arctic hellscape. The puddle we fought at before. It was cold too. Maybe all of it leads to one source. You think it's related? What the hell is going on? We're gonna get you some answers. Let's keep moving. It's all frozen.
Looking down at the frozen stream, Luca could faintly see a school of minnows encased in the ice.
Whatever happened here, it happened fast. The fish didn't even have time to run. Or, swim run. Swim away. This stuff look familiar to you? It looks like the barrel near the puddle I, shoved me into, yeah. Yeah, he's not gonna let you down with that.
The crunching of footsteps trailing Luca went hush. He looked back to see Iggy's face twisted with confusion.
Everyone's gone. What? There's nothing here but more snow. There must be an explanation for all of this. We have to keep looking. You can look all you want. I quit. Iggy, we have to keep going. You don't get it, do you? This isn't one of your pathetic Hank Atomic stories. We aren't going to save the day. We aren't going to even save ourselves. My face is mangled. The town is destroyed, and everyone we've ever known is gone. We don't know that. You can't just quit. Do whatever you want. I'm done. Iggy, it's gonna be okay.
Luca peered upward at the darkening sky. He let out a long, foggy breath. Faintly, Iggy began to cry. Seeing Iggy in such a pathetic state gave Luca a sense of compassion, and more than a little guilt.
It is getting pretty late, I think. Probably not a great idea to stumble around in the dark anyway.
Luca allowed himself to collapse next to Iggy.
Let's just rest for a
The
bit.
boys huddled together for warmth and comfort. If not for exhaustion, their minds would be racing, trying to make sense of the events of the day.
Yeah, I'm still trying to make sense of
As
it.
it was, all they had energy for was to sit in silence, numb.
My gosh. The way the snow covered everything over, it's kind of calming. Yeah. I haven't had time to say it, but thanks. Huh? For getting us away from those creeps. I sort of froze up back there. Iggy, I should be the one apologizing. This all happened because I lost my temper. Nah, that's bull hockey. First of all, you didn't know what that gunk would do. You did it, right? Of course not. And second, stop with this baloney about losing your temper. But I did lose my
Iggy
temper.
motioned sarcastically to his half-deformed face.
Obviously. But that's exactly what you should have done. Huh? I was being a horse's ass. You were supposed to be a horse's ass in response. That's how it works. Iggy, I'm having a hard time following. You wanted me to fight you? Of course! Geez, you goody-goody types take forever to understand this very basic point. Why would you go around saying cruel things trying to get into
Iggy
fights?
shrugged.
Something to do. You're an asshole because you're bored? Sometimes I just feel empty. You won't understand. You and Rolo are always having a blast together. Laughing and calling that dinky little treehouse mission control.
Iggy now wept openly.
Perfect little Luca Van Horn with his perfect little life. My life is not perfect. Everybody in town likes you. Not everybody. Hell, that new girl hasn't even unpacked yet. Even she already likes you. You have
He
Tish.
wiped his nose with a sleeve.
I love Tish. Tish is great. But she ain't exactly the world's greatest conversationalist, you know.
Luca gave a warm chuckle.
I get that impression. All she says is yup.
Iggy cleared his throat as he wiped his eyes.
Huh, it must be raining out here. Definitely.
Iggy arched into a wide yawn.
We should probably try to get some sleep. Yeah. Let's lay low for now. Tomorrow we'll get to the bottom of all of
Luca's
this.
eyelids began to slowly drift shut.
Luca? Yeah? I always did want to see the inside of your dinky little treehouse. What do you think? Not bad. I'll give you the full tour when we get back. You know what?
That's all Luca could whisper before succumbing to sleep. Iggy snuggled in some more.
When it comes to worst days in my entire life, this one wasn't half bad. Aw, I feel sorry for him.
The house
He doesn't know
smelled
how to
of warm
make
bread.
friends.
Luca was playing with toy blocks on the living room rug. He looked up to see his parents on the couch. His mother held his father's head in her lap. She idly stroked his hair while humming a song. A voice behind Luca spoke. "This is how you remember them, huh?" Luca turned to see his own face. The doppelganger from his dreams. Still clad in a yellow hazmat suit. Still carrying a look of disdain behind empty eyes. Aww, look at this perfectly cozy scene. You know it wasn't really like this. The figure picked up a toy block and inspected it. It's amazing the facades that one can build given
Shut up,
the
Discord!
materials. Not that I blame us. These are a child's memories. All warm and fuzzy. You don't remember, do you? Lucas snatched the block from the figure's yellow-gloved hand. Remember what? The doppelganger pointed to the couch. The last day we saw him alive. The day he chose to abandon us. Luca turned to look at his father, still lounging on the couch. That's not true. He didn't abandon us. The doppelganger waved his hand dismissively. Everything is true here. It's just a matter of what we choose to see. Well, let me show you. The world flickered and pulsed. Luca was sitting next to his bed, listening to his heartbeat with one of his dad's stethoscopes. The doppelganger limped into the room. No, we both know that's not how this went. He grabbed Luca's hand and guided the stethoscope to the floor. Luca heard muffled shouting, brought close by the stethoscope. It was his parents, fighting. Do you remember what we did next? Luca gave a slow nod. and crept down the hall to peek through the banister. He could see the outline of his mother at the bottom of the stairs. Damn it, Walt. We can't afford to get involved in this. She was scared. His father stepped forward. What am I supposed to do?
He is a
Just
whistleblower.
watch? There's a sickness in this town, and we both know who's behind it. I swore an oath to help people. I won't turn my back on them. Luca's mother grabbed Walt. She was crying, pleading. I can't lose you. Walt calmly removed Eleanor's hand from his shoulder. What's right is right, and what's wrong is wrong.
Math is math!
I could never live with myself if I let Sharper get away with this.
Alright, so Sharper was up to
Eleanor
something.
raised her voice. Spare me your bullshit platitudes. What about our son? Luca flinched, dropping the stethoscope down the stairs. Walt turned with a panicked smile. Luca, is that you, buddy? With tears in his eyes, Luca descended the stairs. Mom? Dad? What's going on? Walt dropped to a knee to meet Luca eye to eye. Nothing, Buckaroo. Your mom and I just got a little overexcited is all. Luca placed the stethoscope against his father's chest. His heart was racing. It sounded like you were going somewhere? Walt gently removed the device from Luca's ears. Listen to me, Luca. I have some business to take care of. I'll be back in time to tuck you in. Luca hugged his father tightly. Promise? Walt stood up and walked to the door. He glanced over his shoulder. I promise. With a wink and a grin, he put on his hat and strode out.
So it looks like he was a type, not necessarily a whistleblower, but he was going to attempt to stop whatever Sharper was doing. Oh my gosh, is that little possum?
A figure approached soundlessly from the foggy snowfall. It stood above them, lingering in contemplation. Slowly raising one hand above Iggy, it snapped out 2 brisk raps on his head. From a deep slumber, Iggy sprang up defensively.
Get your hands off me!
Whether it was the calming presence or the recognition that he was not in danger, Iggy felt his clenched fists lower.
Just what do you think you're
He
doing?
looked up, gradually remembering his whereabouts. The figure exhaled a cloud of warm vapor.
You two certainly have caused a lot of commotion. What's that supposed to mean? Take it easy, Iggy. We were asleep minding our own business. You're the one running around knocking on people's heads. I'm sorry if I hurt you, Iggy. You didn't hurt nobody. Anybody? Huh? Oh, I see. You think you're better than me, you.
When it came to complete strangers, Iggy had trouble cobbling together an insult.
You big-hatted, scarfy-necked furball. Okay, let's lower the temperature a bit here. Interesting choice of words. I mean, let's all just calm down. Who are you? A friend, an observer, a hitchhiker on the infinite expanse of possibility. Great, how about a name? You must call me something. You could call me Nat.
Iggy huffed with gratification.
How about you make like a gnat and buzz off? Very
Nat
well.
began to turn away in
Bye!
disappointment.
Wait! Do you live here? You might say that. So you know where we are? You might also say that. Look, pal, we just want to find a safe way out of here. You gonna help us or not? Before knowing how to leave, one must know where they are. All right, that does it. Luca, I don't know about you, but I'm getting out of here one way or
Iggy
another.
turned sharply and began to stomp off.
Enough with the riddles. Iggy, wait up.
Realizing he'd worn their patience then, Nat relented.
Oh, it's a guy. Very well, I suppose this isn't the time for metaphors. I'll show you how to get back
Luca
home.
and Iggy turned around with hope in their eyes.
Come here.
Nat took a deep breath in.
Close your eyes.
Nat exhaled slowly, then snapped his fingers.
Okay, open
For
them.
a brief moment, Luca and Iggy let themselves believe that some great magic was about to unfold, until they opened their eyes and found themselves in the exact same place, cold and disheartened.
This is your home. This is Beacon Pines. Look, Nat, we don't know how we got here. Maybe we stumbled through some time travel gate in Weepwood, or we teleported to some alternate universe, or this is just all some cruel experiment by Kara and his goons. But this is not our home. You're inching closer to the truth. Alas, the reality is much less fanciful. Just give it to us straight. So be it. As I said, this is Beacon Pines. The original true Beacon Pines. You both grew up here, but the town you've called your home for the past several years is a replica. A remarkable achievement of engineering, to be fair, but a replica nonetheless. That's impossible. It's too much work. You need a whole town to replicate a whole town. Indeed, to pull off such a feat would require immense labor power. That which could be moved would be moved. That which could not would require a precise duplicate. We would have noticed. Someone would have noticed. You'd think so, unless the auditing was impeccable. A mind-numbing attention to detail. As for the innumerable trivialities which complete the tapestry, well, you can leave that to this miraculous thing we call a brain. It has a real aversion to discontinuity, a revulsion even. The brain has a wonderful way of smoothing out the rough edges, keeping us sane.
And Iggy looked around uncomfortably.
So you're saying that someone made an entire new town and moved us all and no one noticed? Precisely. But why? Why is the one question that can never be answered with certainty. The best one can do is to uncover.
Nat narrowed his eyes, furrowed his brow, and uttered,
The source. Why'd you say the source like that? Why
Luca
indeed?
began to laugh uncomfortably.
His dreams. It's all ridiculous. There's no way they
He
could.
looked down at his feet. His eyes started back and forth in contemplation. With a sudden pain, a thought struck him.
If this really is home,
He sprinted off into the pale distance. As Iggy turned to follow, Nat called out.
Iggy, it's not too late to turn back. Simple head west through Weepwood.
Chapter 6.
Whew! Okay, let's go ahead and put a pause right there. This was interesting. So, guys, hope you all have a wonderful night. Gonna go ahead and end this episode here for tonight, and I will see you guys in the next one. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe if you want to see more. And with that, guys, have a great night, and bye-bye.